All right, Mr. Daves, why is this case sought?
Yes, Your Honor. It's a forcible detainer based on non-payment of rent. The rent is $1,200 a month. There's no issue or contest that she's occupying Unit 101 with an agreement to pay rent in that amount. She's been advised in the past of late payments. She's acknowledged past amounts due. The ledger records that we have show that she made partial payments for multiple months in 2025, and she's made no rent payments in 2026. When we look at the ledger, which we've provided to the court, we find that the shortage in 2025 was $3,297. From January of 2026 to date, you're looking at $7,200 with a prorate of July of $232.25. The total owed is $10,729.25. And the evidence will show, Your Honor, that a notice to vacate was sent. It was sent on June 5th, giving the defendant until June 9th to vacate. She's not done so. It was sent certified mail and regular mail with a certificate of mailing, and those are attached to our notice to vacate.
All right, Mr. Daves, so you're seeking outstanding rent in the amount of $10,729?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you seeking anything? And possession, obviously. Are you seeking anything for your time? Mr. Daves, are you seeking anything for legal fees?
Well, Your Honor, we didn't have, we can't find the lease, and so I technically...
The eviction hearing opened with the landlord claiming the tenant had failed to pay rent for months, demanding possession of property and more than $10,000 in alleged unpaid rent.
I'm not going to ask for it since I can't prove it.
Okay.
The entitlement to it.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Tennyson. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Mr. Daves is representing the landlord, Lee Egger, and Mr. Egger, or Mr. Daves, says that this is case based on a non-payment matter. So my first question is, under the lease, is the monthly rental amount $1,200?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then Mr. Daves says that there's been partial payments made last year, but that there's been no rent made in 2026. So let me ask that in two different questions. Have you paid rent since January of this year?
I paid it up through June.
How much have you paid?
$1,200 a month.
When is the last time you made that payment?
It was June 1st.
How did you pay on June 1st?
Usually Miss Lee comes around and picks up rent, and that's what she did, and she picked up cash, as she always does.
Do you have anything to prove that you paid your rent in cash?
Yes, I do.
What do you have for that?
I have rent receipts.
Have you provided those to the court?
I can send them over right now.
All right. Who gave you that receipt, Miss Tennyson?
Miss Lee did.
What months do you have the receipts for?
This is going back until January. I didn't know how many you needed.
Ms. Tennyson, is it your sworn testimony that you've made payment in full on time for the entire entire year of 2026?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it your testimony today that you have no outstanding arrearage or balance to the plaintiff?
No, I do not.
Mr. Daves, this seems quite a bit of a discrepancy here.
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. With respect to that, I have two things that I'd like to provide the court with. One is, if she's still here somewhere in the room, is Ms. Egger's agent. It's her niece who is assisting in this and communicated with her as well as I have. And Ms. Kim should be on there.
I'm here.
If she's not, I can have her provide the information she may.
The tenant firmly rejected every accusation, insisting she had paid $1,200 each month in cash throughout 2026 and possessed signed rent receipts proving every payment was properly made.
Yeah, but I can also tell you this, Your Honor, on plaintiff's exhibit, I believe it was marked as 2. It's the notice to vacate. I attached to the back of that notice to vacate a handwritten document from Miss Eggers, and I did this to show that she was aware of delinquencies and that she needed to pay
All right,
for
Mr. Davis,
purposes of the notice to vacate.
let me share my screen. I see that exhibit. Let's take a look. All right. Gonna share my screen, so it may get a little wonky for y'all, but let's all look at this together. So here is what was provided by the plaintiff at the time of the filing. This is the notice to vacate. It's 6 pages. The letter is not 6 pages, but there are 6 pages together. So I'm going to quickly show you all 6, and then we'll come back to the first one. But here's page
and
1.
Your Honor,
Page.
for what it's worth, Your Honor, the page that I attached was in the exhibit that I sent to the court more recently since the petition was filed, and I added that just because of the matter of did you give
Okay.
a notice to pay or quit,
Mr. Davis,
or just straight up.
Let's take a look. So this is what I've got. It's 6 pages. It was filed yesterday. Actually, it was filed this morning.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
The first 2 pages are the notice to vacate. Here's the notice to vacate from John Daves. Here is an affidavit of service. Here's the certified return receipt, right? June 5th, 2026. This is
I honestly don't know.
June. This is June. So these tie together. Okay. And then there's this one. This is another affidavit of service in June. Here is that return. And then, Mr. Daves, this is the item that you're trying to draw my attention to.
Attempting to reinforce the landlord's claim, the attorney introduced a handwritten payment record and notice to vacate, arguing the tenant previously acknowledged unpaid balances stretching back into 2025.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now,
This was. I'm sorry.
Mr. Daves, who wrote this handwritten document? Who created that?
Miss Eggers did.
Ms. Eggers, do you recognize this document?
And Miss Eggers is not here today. Her agent, and I have an authorization for her as agent if the court needs to see it. But that's Miss Kim, who is here today, her niece.
What does
She's
this
seen
say at the, Mr. Daves, what does this say at the top?
It said, well, her English is not that great, and she's 91 years old, and the word rent means rent,
Okay.
and money, rent, I believe that meant money, and she has scratched out the $1,300, that was a deposit, but $1,200, and then she goes through everything for 2025 that hadn't been paid. Parts of each of those months was paid, but for instance, when you go to May, it says only $1,000, meaning she paid $1,200 no pay, and she does that throughout the subsequent months through December. And then she showed that to her and asked her to sign it to acknowledge you owe this money. And that's her signature, the defendant's signature down there at the bottom of it.
Why did she have her sign this?
To say, hey, you owe me money. I want you to know you need to pay me. That is presumably what she did. And she went there. And since then, she hasn't been able to get through to anybody. She went over there one time and she was run off. I don't know who ran her off. I'm not saying Miss Tennyson did, but there's a number of tenants over there, and when she goes over there, they tell her to get lost.
No. What?
So, Mr. Daves, can you tell me, I mean, looking at this, right? The balance doesn't get bigger. So what?
The judge carefully questioned the handwritten document, examining missing balances, signatures, and payment history, while the landlord's representatives insisted the tenant never cleared her growing rental debt.
What happened here? She didn't pay $200. Did the defendant ever bring that current?
She did not pay any of these amounts that are here. And Miss Kim spoke with her with her aunt about this, and so this was money that she owed and she never paid, and then it's hard to give a receipt on something. I don't know what these receipts are that she's talking about. I've heard zero about payments made. In fact, that's been the big payment that Miss Kim, who's 91 years old, not of age, having a hard time dealing with the management of this property, getting money from people. But
tell people maybe I'll have some call.
and Miss Kim may be able to provide additional insights as well.
Your Honor,
Yes, Ms. Kim?
hi, this is Ms. Kim. The plaintiff has totally lied about paying the rent.
You're the plaintiff, Ms. Kim.
I'm sorry, the defendant.
plaintiff.
I'm sorry. The defendant
Okay.
has totally lied about paying. She has stayed there and has paid nothing. My aunt is no longer driving, so I know she didn't go there in June. I was there in May when I attempted to go there, and her friends basically threatened me to leave. She has not had any payment.
Ms. Kim, I appreciate that. Mr. Daves, are there any historical records to back this up? Because what I look like are two exhibits created for court. And if it went on all this time, is there not anything between the parties in writing that says you owe me money?
Well, that's what I think this last thing is. She's regurgitating what you owe me. You paid me some of these months, but not others. And so she says, isn't that right? And yes, it is. She signed off on it. To me, this is an acknowledgement document showing you owe me this. You got to do something to get caught up. And I want you to acknowledge that you owe me this. And she said yes.
The landlord's agent testified that no rent had been received, but the judge requested stronger evidence, emphasizing that unsupported statement alone could not outweigh documented proof if receipts existed.
The closest thing that we have to anything in that regard, Your Honor.
Any idea how the defendant made payment prior to missing payments or making partial payments? How was she paying?
I believe it was
plaintiff?
by cash. Ms. Kim, tell me if that's the case. That's how Ms. Eggers would collect her rent.
That's correct. You're correct, Your Honor.
And did you give her receipts?
She did.
I asked that, Your Honor. I don't know of any receipts. She doesn't know all the ins and outs, I guess, of requirement to do that. But nevertheless, I don't think the defendant has shown any evidence that she did pay it. She says she's got all these receipts. I'd love to see those receipts.
Mr. Daves, I asked the same thing, right? So I'm right.
To a window.
All right.
No,
All right, Ms. Tennyson, have you been able to provide those receipts before?
empty parking lot.
Yeah, I sent them to the clerk
When was that?
just now.
All right, we're going to put this case on recall because it's going to take a while for those to come through our firewall. So, Mr. Daves, if you'll stay with us, I'll probably get through 2 more cases and we'll come right back to it. Ms. Tennyson?
Your Honor, can I say a few things?
Ms. Tennyson, honestly, you've said enough. If you have proof that you got a receipt for cash, then basically you may have won the case.
Okay.
Right? But what would you want to tell me?
I just wanted to alert you that you're actually the judge who illegally shut off our master meter water for 6 days due to her non-payment. And you're actually the judge that had to do the restoration.
Okay. Ms. Tennyson, that is not a defense, though, right? It is absolutely possible that you didn't pay your rent and the landlord turned your water off as retaliation. Both of those can be improper. What I'm saying is that the landlord has given me historical records saying that you owe rent going back last year. And he's got a handwritten document and a letter from his firm saying you owe money. So in order for you to combat that or come back, I need proof that you've paid.
The tenant explained a previous dispute involving the property's water service. Yet the judge clarified that only verified rent payments would determine the eviction case before the court.
Plaintiffs already admitted that they let you pay in cash. So you said you have receipts.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you
Yes,
can produce for me receipts showing that you've been paying in full, it's going to be a plaintiff take nothing because there's no, I take you both as equal and he will not have gotten more likely than not because you will have rebutted that with evidence. So that is what you said you've sent and I'm going to wait for those to come in. All right.
Okay.
All right. Put it on recall. Don't go anywhere. Oh,
Judge, those have actually been added to the case. If you refresh, they should be there.
Okay. So the first thing I saw was some pictures. All right. Fantastic. Then we don't have to go to recall at all. All right, let's take a look at these items together, y'all. So we've already looked at plaintiff's notice to vacate. These are 2 pictures. This is 2 slides that came in from the defendant. All right, so here's the first page. It looks to be a photocopy of 2 receipts. And then the second one looks to be 4 receipts on a piece of paper. All right, Ms. Tennyson, I'm going to take a look.
All right.
This one. Mr. Daves, I'm going to zoom in a bit. So this one at the top, receipt 1, 2, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see that these are identical in order in the receipt book. Mr. Daves, does your client have more than 1 rental property?
She has this 4-plex with 4 units in it. I don't know if she owns any beyond this one. Ms. Kim might be able to address that.
All right. So this one, 2/3/26, Lee Egger, 1,200, address, dates, by. Ms. Tennyson, is this your signature on the right-hand side?
On the right, yes.
And whose signature is this on the left?
Leslie Egger.
Okay. And this is the receipt you received, and this top one is from February, the bottom, this one is January. This one is April. This one looks to be May, the first page. This one is June.
Moments later, the tenant submitted multiple rent receipts covering January through June, each appearing signed and documenting full monthly payments, dramatically shifting the courtroom's focus and momentum.
June, 1,200, and then if I flip it over, this one was March. This one's a little bit clearer for me to see. Mr. Daves, I understand that Ms. Egger is not here. Ms. Kim, do you recognize these receipts?
I'm sorry, Judge, I was on mute. No, I do not. Those are not my aunt's signature. I don't know where she got these receipts. She made them from AI. I don't know, but these are not reliable.
Your Honor.
No.
Mr. Daves, on their face, I have no reason to discount or discredit this. Do you have Ms.
Your Honor.
Egger who can testify?
Your Honor, what we do have is Miss Egger gave me a to whom it may concern that Patricia Kim had her authority to be her agent for this matter, and she signed it. I'm not a signature expert. I can show it to you for whatever it's worth if you want to look at it. See, they don't look identical to me, but sharing not turned on. Send request. I just did that. Let's.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not certain how this share works on my Zoom. I just got a new computer and reinstalled Zoom.
In the bottom, Mr. Daves, if you hit share, it should give you an option, and we'll enable it for you. So just give us a minute.
Right.
We don't let everyone do it. Then then.
It does give me share, and now it's got a bazillion things off my computer showing up. Let me see if I can find what it is with this micro vision that it's showing.
Oh, I hate that. All those little bitty baby ones.
I know. I'm going to just push share. There's nothing super tough about this. Let me see if it comes up. Okay, let's see. Can you now see your screen? Your Honor, can you see my cursor? Do you see this rolling around on my... or not? I don't know.
I see it.
So that's her signature. I mean, I don't know how to compare them, but it looks like on the first G, she makes a straight line and not two G's. And
Although the landlord challenged the receipts as unreliable, suggesting they could have been fabricated, the judge found no convincing evidence proving the documents were false or invalid.
complete circle G's, and I think in some of those receipts, it's complete circle G.
Your Honor, I have a witness.
I'll be out.
Mr. Daves, I appreciate that. I'm not comfortable filing in favor of the plaintiff today. I think defendant has provided me with what looks to be on its face evidence for she paid in cash and received a receipt. I grant you. Who is talking? Whoever that is needs to mute, because that is very frustrating. Mr. Daves, if you'll stop sharing, I'll give you some outcomes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, also, while we're here, I mean, I'd see where it's going. I get it. But,
you're still sharing your screen, Mr. Daves, you're still sharing your screen. You just closed. You got to hit stop sharing, because I can see your
share. Sorry.
No. I want to make sure, because things come in, and
Thank you.
We've all been there. You're not doing. You look great. No one's a cat today on Zoom. 2 thumbs up for everyone. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Daves.
I was just going to ask, while we have the defendant here, may I ask the court to ask what the term of the lease is?
Ms. Tennyson, what is the term of the lease?
From June to June?
Okay, so it's up now. It's already expired now that we're in July.
Ms. Tennyson, is that correct? Your lease came to an end? at the
Yes,
end of
that's
June?
correct.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
All right.
okay. Thank you, Your Honor. We'll
All right.
have to go another angle.
I appreciate that. Mr. Daves, thank you. Ms. Tennyson, thank you. Ms. Kim, thank you as well. Lots of information here. Today it's going to be judgment for the defendant. I do at least have a question of fact there that is sufficient to raise into the court. So for that, we'll say insufficient evidence. I'll put the appeal bond at $1,200. Ms. Tennyson, all parties are excused. Parties are then free to pursue or resolve or do as you like. But
Thank you,
again,
Your Honor.
Mr. Daves, there is a chance party can appeal. And Ms. Tennyson, I'll highlight that the landlord can do two things. The landlord can appeal my decision and give you a new notice to vacate or move forward with a new filing for some other cause of action, either non-payment, holdover, or anything else that they believe applies, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, any questions?
That's it.
No, Your Honor.
Thank y'all very much. Then all parties are excused. I really do appreciate it.
Your Honor, I'm going to hang around, and Miss Kim will too, because I think we have another Miss Eggers eviction. So.
After confirming the lease had already expired, the judge ruled for the tenant due to insufficient evidence, while reminding both sides that future legal action or an appeal remained possible.